Hello everyone, and welcome to our roadmap roundup for January 24th, 2020. So before we get started, don't forget, get commenting on this and every video in the month of January for your chance to win that Avenger Titan game package. And you've only got until Friday, so get commenting, and every unique comment will count. So yeah, good luck everyone. So there's been quite a lot of changes to the roadmap this week. Some are good, quite a lot are bad, and I know that there's a lot of anger at the moment over some of these changes. So we'll just go through them one by one, and yeah, we'll let you know what's changed. So in the PU, the following cards have transitioned into polishing under Alpha 3.9. So we've got PvP bounties. So this is basically players can hunt other players with a bounty now. And we also had bounty mission NPC improvements, which is basically just improvements to the NPC bounty missions and their behaviours. So hopefully that will make that a little bit more interesting in the future. And the following cards have been added to the roadmap under Alpha 3.9 as well. So we've got high speed combat. Ship systems will suffer the consequences of travelling at high speed. So basically this will restrict some of the options players have maximum velocities. So it kind of makes you a little bit more vulnerable when going at high speeds. And obviously most engagements are designed to be taking place at lower speeds. So that's quite interesting. We've also got new targeting methodology. So they're changing how targets are tracked on and off your screen with the UI updates. So that's going to improve visibility of locked, tracked and return of pinned targets basically. So yeah, should make that a bit more streamlined. We've also got the law system version 2, surrender. So this is basically going to allow players to be arrested without losing their life, which is something that we've talked about quite a bit. How are they going to, how are they going to have this gameplay in there, for taking people to prison, all that kind of stuff. So this is their first movement into that. So it means that you can basically surrender by powering down your ship, and then the securities won't blow you up. They'll impound your ship as well, I believe. So yeah, it's quite interesting stuff. We've also got player interaction system improvements. So this is development of the interaction system that lets players, select dialogue options, all that kind of stuff. So it's basically just going to make interacting with the game a lot better. So some of the tasks that they're working on at the moment are obviously player feedback from us when we can't use items, adjusting UI elements so that they scale and place correctly, and also bind commonly used actions to hotkeys. So it's quite interesting stuff. We've also got ship AI 3D pathfinding planet side. So this is building on the technology they've already got to allow AI control ships to navigate in atmosphere. So they're going to use things, the information from physics and planet tech. So this basically allows them to path a lot better in atmosphere, which is going to make obviously a lot of the engagements a lot more interesting. And we've also got ship AI 3D navigation collision avoidance. So this is again their first pass on the system to handle collision avoidance between ships, basically. Well, they call it moving entities. So obviously that's going to be ships against rocks and also ships against ships. So the AI will basically be able to use very clever tech to avoid collisions with the environment. Yeah, that should make things a little bit more interesting. And we've also got weather locomotion. So basically this is improvements in locomotion when moving in the harsher environments, in harsher weather. So I think we saw a lot of that in the CitizenCon video, with the whole kind of, making it difficult to walk and hand in front of the face, that kind of stuff. I'm assuming that's kind of what they're working towards. Okay, and the following cards have been added to the roadmap under Alpha 4.0. So we've got body dragging. And this is something that we've wanted for a while, which is basically the ability to move incapacitated or dead NPCs by dragging them around, which I can see will be hilarious. Lots of hijinks will ensue once we can drag people around. But yeah, that's going to be very interesting, especially for medical gameplay. And we've got the ship HUD rework. So they're basically going to rework the in-game UI to use the new building blocks UI system. Yeah, they're basically going to redesign the ship HUD and make a lot of improvements, which we have been crying out for. Okay, so on to the part that I think everyone's a bit annoyed about is the cards that have moved or been removed from the roadmap completely. So we've got the Gemini C54 Ballistic SMG. This has been moved to 4.0. We've got the Lightning Bolt Co. Uberev Electron Pistol, which has also been moved to 4.0. The Repair, Refuel and Restock Kiosk. This has basically been temporarily removed from the roadmap until they can decide on a date to release it. We've also got the Clausen Werner Sledge Mass Driver Revision. This card has been moved to 4.0. The Lightning Bolt Co. Atskav Electron Sniper Rifle has also been moved to 4.0. Death Animation Improvements. And again, we've got more changing priorities. So this has been moved to 4.0. The GP33 Grenade Launcher. So basically, this is going to go, I think, beyond 4.0. So it's not visible on the roadmap at the minute, and they're not stating where it's gone. Commodity Transfer Timers. Again, they've removed this temporarily from the roadmap until they decide on a date. Same with the accounting app. And we've also got the Economy Display Terminal. So this again has been removed completely, again, until they decide on a date. Dynamic Mission System, Economy Generated Missions. So basically, this is another one where they've removed it until they can decide on a date. I think they're working out the priorities of kind of where these fit in on the roadmap. And we've got Dynamic Mission Systems, Mission Generation along QT routes. Same again, removed. We've got First Person Shooter Combat Weapon Types. So I believe that they're looking at feedback and reviews that have been kind of received from them. So they want to bring this up to better standards. So this has shifted to Alpha 4.0. The First Person Shooter Cover Usage version 1. So again, this has been shifted to Alpha 4.0, which gives them a bit more time to complete it. NPC improvements, Civilian. So this again has been temporarily removed from the roadmap until they can decide on a date. The Asperia Prowler has now been moved to 3.9. They were supposed to release this, I believe, in the later part of March, in the 3.8.x patch, but unfortunately they have now made the decision it's easier for them to just simply move it to 3.9 because we're probably being the PTU phase at that point. So yeah, 3.9 for anyone who owns a Prowler. And the Cutlass Blue has been removed completely at the moment from the roadmap. I believe that they are discussing gameplay functionality, and you know, we'll hopefully hear about that over the next few months. We've got multi-crew expanded pilot role. So apparently this particular task is outdated now compared to what the team have to complete. So they've removed it completely from the roadmap and they're going to pop that back on at some point. It looks like we've got the same problem with multi-crew expanded turret gunner roles. So they are going to remove that and replace that at a later date. Door system improvements. So again, temporarily removed. There's been deprioritized in favour of other work, which I don't blame them. I mean, this list is crazy long. Atmospheric combat, same again, deprioritized and removed temporarily. 0G push and pull. So they have also changed priorities on this and the card has been removed temporarily. NPC healing, exactly the same problem, removed temporarily. First person shooter, combat improvement and polishing. So because they're so close to a completed combat AI experience, apparently, this card has been temporarily removed from the roadmap to allow them to plan properly. And flight AI improvements and polishing. So a lot of the tasks that were placed into this card have basically found a home better suited, they say, in different cards. So basically this is redundant and has been removed from the roadmap. And we've got a couple of things for Squadron 42, so we'll just cover those off as well. The first-person shooter cover usage version 1, so there's been some additional feedback, and the results of that feedback have pushed that to Q1 2020, which basically means over the next couple of months. And the same for first-person shooter combat weapon types, so that is also pushed to Q1 2020. Okay, so that is it for the roadmap roundup for January 24th, 2020. As you can see, there are a hell of a lot of changes that have happened. Lots has been removed. A couple of things have been added, under 3.9, etc. But, basically there's a lot pushed around on the roadmap, and, we've seen this coming for a while, unfortunately. But there's not a lot we can do. We just have to sit back, accept that they know what they're doing, and hope for the best. Yeah, basically let us know what you think about these changes in the comments below, and if there's anything on there that you're happy with or anything on there you're really angry about, let us know in those comments. And that is pretty much it for the roundup. So yeah, thanks everyone very, very much for watching. So don't forget that we will be streaming tomorrow. That is Tuesday, 8 PM GMT. We'll also be streaming on Thursday, 8 PM GMT. So if you want to join us on the Thursday, then don't forget to sign up to our Discord, and we will get you all into a channel about 7:45. And keep your eyes peeled for next week for Spectrum Drama. And that is pretty much it. Busy week. So yeah, thanks everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye bye.